Escucha, Fuego Urbano Radio Station. Estás escuchando Fuego Urbano Radio Station. Fuego Urbano, nos fuimos. Escucha, Fuego Urbano Radio Station. En Facebook y regálanos un like. Sigue Fuego Urbano Radio en Facebook y regálanos un like. Fuego Urbano Radio Station.
¿Qué onda, mi gente? Aquí ya estamos otra vez más activos en el podcast número 1 de Kansas y de Missouri, Quemándola, el podcast con tu servidor, el DJ Mascarita del barrio, DJ Monstruo. Mi gente, y ahorita no vino Colibrí, pero acá anda en las calles de Kansas City, allá activo con nuestros amigos de Taquería Hernández. A ver, vamos en el control remoto.
Taquería Los Tres Hermanos, DJ. Taquería Los Tres Hermanos.
Sí, Taquería Los Tres Hermanos.
No te digo, pues.
Veía lo anaranjado, pensé que era de Taquería de la otra, pero
sí.
En vivo en Taquería Los Tres Hermanos. ¿Qué onda, Colibrí?
¿Cómo andas, mi DJ? Ahora sí que no pudimos estar contigo acompañándote, pero acá andamos en vivo desde Taquería Los Tres Hermanos, mi raza. Para que vengan y le caigan, recuerden, mi raza, que ahora Taquería Los Tres Hermanos ya cambió horarios. De lunes a jueves, 9 de la mañana hasta las 12 del mediodía. Ahí si llegan tardecito, antes de las 12, los van a aguantar que terminen de comer, ¿verdad? Y les van a cerrar como casi a la 1. Pero hasta los fines de semana, mi raza, desde 9 de la mañana hasta las 3 de la mañana, ahora ellos están abiertos para que le caigan después del baile, después de la fiesta de la comadre, del compadre, que el bautizo, que el baby shower, y la comida no le gustó, o de plano parecía como que le andaban vendiendo la comida. Pues vénganse para acá, para Taquería Los Tres Hermanos, el rey de la barbacoa, de King of the Barbecue, acá en el 5224 East Truman Road, Kansas City, Missouri. 5224 East Truman Road, Kansas City, Missouri, para que recuerden que todos los fines de semana, ahora en adelante, de 9 de la mañanita hasta las 3 de la mañana, mi raza. Ahora también recuerden que sábados y domingos, aquí les voy a poner el número de teléfono en pantalla. ¿Por qué? Porque sábados y domingos, mi DJ, de ahora en adelante, el número está al revés, Ingesu. De ahora en adelante, ahí ponen el comentario, el número de teléfono en lo que yo les digo. De ahora en adelante, sábados y domingos, te hacen entrega a domicilio, así como hoy es sábados y domingos. Si me amaneces el viernesito crudo y no te quieres levantar que a pedir comida o ir a traer comida o ir a comer por ahí, pues no te preocupes, porque sábados y domingos tienes la opción de nada más y nada menos barbacoa de borrego hecha en pencas de maguey. Ahora, que si quieren carnitas, pues carnitas de puerco, también tienen carnitas, mi raza, y también tienen menudo todos los días, menudito con patita, con grano, sin grano, como ustedes gusten. También cuentan con tacos, tortas, burritos, quesadillas, quesabirrias, sopes, gordita, barbacoa de borrego, hamburguesas, flautas, el menudo que no puede faltar, las carnitas, mi raza, todos los días. Si quieren tacos, tortas o burritos, lo pueden pedir de asada, pastor, carnitas, cabeza, tripa, lengua de pollo. Recuerden, horarios ahora hasta muy tarde. Vámonos por acá porque también mi DJ, miren, para que vengan, coman, ahora sí que a gustos, ¿verdad? Después del baile puedan ver, mira, hasta a la casa de los famosos estamos viendo por acá, ¿cómo ves? Mira, aquí está nada más y nada menos, te tienen chicharrón en salsa verde, si quieren burritos, si quieren gorditas o si quieren quesadillas, tacos también. Te tienen alambres, la raza que les gustan los alambres, tienen alambre de asada, de pastor, de pollo o mixto, también tienen de fajitas, si les gustan las fajitas de res, de pollo, de camarón o mixto. También te cuentan con tacos de campechanos, de oreja o de chuleta. Ahora, si quieren flautas, hay flautas de pollo y flautas de borrego. ¿Cómo ves, mi DJ?
No, pues ahí tienen de dónde escoger.
Sí, también hay platillos, como platillos tienen bistec encebollado, bistec a la mexicana, carne asada, enmoladas, por ahí si les gustan las enmoladas, mi raza. Recuerda que ahora en adelante te puedes venir después del baile, echarte por aquí unos taquitos, torta, tacos, lo que tú gustes, ver televisión, tenemos una pantalla, otra pantalla acá, mi raza, para que miren televisión. Ahora sí que después del bailecito, echarse unos tacos, tortas, burritos, quesadillas, quesabirrias, sopes, toda la variedad que tienen para ustedes con su nuevo horario. Recuerden que estamos entre el 70, de aquel lado queda el 70 para Kansas City, para el downtown. Entramos entre el 70 y el 435. Entre el 70 y 435, mi raza, que nos queda el 435 de aquel lado, por el lado de los estadios. Se pueden venir el 70, agarren 435 sur, bájense la Truman Road, vénganse dirección east hasta que se tope a mi dirección west, hasta que se tope en la Hardesty. Cuando pasa la Hardesty, estamos al ladito, el edificio de Tabiques, y estamos al lado, mi raza. Ahora que si andan por el downtown, pues vénganse el 70 east, bájense en la Truman Road y vénganse dirección east, todo derecho para acá. Pasen el cementerio de su lado izquierdo, Guadalupe Center está aquí, miren, y aquí está el de celulares. Al ladito estamos, mi raza, para que le caigan con sus nuevos horarios, ya saben, hasta horas muy tarde. Y las trailas, ni se diga, en la Independence Avenida, 540 Benton Boulevard, Kansas City, Missouri. Ahí está la primera, si te sigues dirección east. La segunda la encuentras en la Monroe, Independence Avenida. Y la tercera en Colorado, Independence Avenida, de 7 p.m. a 12 de la madrugada, de lunes a jueves. Y fines de semana, de 7 p.m. hasta las 4 de la mañana, pueden encontrar las trailas por allá. ¿Cómo ves, mi DJ?
No, pues ahí ya para que sepan bien dónde está ahí el restaurante de taquería Los Tres Hermanos y no se nos pierdan. Y la gente que anda por ahí ya anoche, pues ahí le pueden llegar ya hasta las 3 de la mañana. Así es que no hay excusa para que le lleguen ahí a saborearse unos tacos o de todo que tienen ahí con nuestros amigos de taquería Los Tres Hermanos.
Sí, mira, hay amplio parking, se pueden parquear aquí todo esto, se pueden parquear en la de la bajadita, de este lado se pueden parquear en todo, hasta la banqueta, no importa, no les importa por aquí. De aquel lado está a la izquierda la bajada, allá está otro parqueo, mi gente, hay parqueo para que inviten a gente y se vengan después del baile, como ya les digo, si andan con los compadres, comadre, con los compas, hasta con la amante, tráigansela, nadie los va a ver por aquí, hombre. No, pues ya está, mi DJ, yo te dejo porque tienes que entrevistar ahí al gallo, al rapero, al tigre, ¿cómo se llama? El conejo, dice, por ahí el brother.
Big Conejo de Hutchinson, Kansas, están con nosotros esta noche. También ahí viene con ellos Pachuca, así es que por aquí los vamos a estar entrevistando.
Ya está, yo te dejo con ellos y ya saben, ahí también les dices a los tigres que se vengan por acá. Oh, mira, ahí los tienes, saluditos. Ahora sí que les quedé mal, hay mil disculpas a la señorita y al conejo, pero yo los dejé ahí con el DJ más perrón, están en buenas manos, ahí presenten su música y para cualquier cosa, aquí estamos para servirles. Bendiciones y yo te dejo, DJ, ahí ya saben, cáiganle a los tacos para acá, si les pegan los monchis en la madrugada, déjense venir, taquería Los Tres Hermanos, ya está, ahí los dejo, ya está mi DJ.
Vale, pues muchas gracias, Colibrí. Por allá fue Colibrí Mosco, ya en las calles de Kansas City, con nuestros amigos de taquería Los Tres Hermanos. Ahora sí, bienvenido, Big Conejo y Pachuca, al show Quemandola de podcast. You want to do it in English or the
Spanish? My Spanish is all right, but English will do it a little bit smoother. Man, how you doing, Motro? Gracias for the invite.
Yeah. No, pues you're welcome and thank you, Pachuca, for coming through to hang out with us in Quemandola the podcast. We go a long way.
Go back, man.
Welcome to Emporia to perform at the Granada show.
See, man, how many years ago was that now?
Like 12 years.
12 years ago. Yeah, man. That was wild, man.
And before that, how long have y'all been putting it down before that?
Man, we've been putting it down, representing Sick and Twisted Records since 2007.
Yeah. 2007. Yeah.
2007?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's up. Hey, I started in 2015, so right around there, those times, those were some good music. For those who might not know you yet, can you introduce yourselves?
Simone, I go by the name Big Conejo.
And then My name is Pachuca or Lil Pachuca.
How did y'all come up with the artist name, and what does it represent for y'all?
Well, again, man, we started this back in 2007, man,
Uh-huh.
and it was just a small clique of homies, and we all grew up in Salina, Kansas. We was running the streets,
Salina.
Salina, Kansas, Kansas, and man, I don't know. We had a homie that we kind of ran into. He went by the name of City Boy P.
Uh-huh.
I don't like to give him too much credit. We don't see eye to eye anymore, really. But that's besides the point. He
Uh-huh.
was part of our history, man. So we came together. I think we were sitting around one time, and we were just kind of thinking about names.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna call ourselves, man.
Yeah.
And I think that's just kind of the start of it for any musician, rap artist. Looking for that alias. What am I gonna go by?
Yeah.
Um, how'd you come up with your name, Pachuca?
Well, we were just freestyling in the basement over
Uh-huh.
at my mama's house. I was like 15 years old, and all the homies, we were all kicking it, and I always dressed, like with my hat and
Uh-huh.
my pinstripes and everything, and my suspenders and all that. That's how I dressed all the time. And I was freestyling and everything, and they just decided to call me Lil Pachuca, because I was real little. I was like 111 pounds,
Oh.
Yeah,
real
well,
short.
she's been doing it since what? You were 15, 15,
Yeah.
15 years old. She's been putting it down with us.
Yeah.
Only female in the group for years.
Yeah.
Up.
Rocking the
Um,
Converses and the Lokes and the creased up Dickies and the
Mm-hmm.
suspenders y todo, and the homeboys, they gave me my name, and from there it's been that way ever
yeah,
since.
that's just what it is, man. My homeboy City Boy P that I had brought up, he gave me my name. It was Big C. Because
Yeah.
back in the day, man, I was known for I had hops. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whether I was playing, I was a soccer player too at one time, man. So I was a portero.
Uh-huh.
I was known for blocking those upper 90s and shit like that, man. So I had
That's
hops. So the homeboys would call me Piconeco. I had
uh-huh.
spring to me, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
when I'm running from the chota, I run from the huda, definitely hitting those fences, you know. I mean, that's kind of how the name came up, man. And then, again, we just started taking the music serious, man, because back in those days, man, I don't know if you remember, man, but like back in 2006, 7, man, there wasn't I think SoundClick came out at the time. It was a
Yeah.
website where people were getting their beats and their
Mm-hmm.
instruments and shit like that. Um, we were all new to that shit, man. We didn't know what DAWs were, digital audio workstations were,
Yeah.
track boards, shit like that, man. Homeboy City Boy P really put us up on game back then. And back at that time, man, we had probably the best quality music in the city of Salina at the time, because not a lot of people were doing it like we were doing it. We had
Mm-hmm.
the Homeboy P. He put us up, he schooled us and shit like that. And he had old school task scam, maybe like a 12 track board at the time.
Oh
And
yeah.
he was just like, "Hey man, see what you sound like." So he threw us on, and we just fell in love with the music, man. And that was
Yeah.
what, 06,
Yeah.
Oh, 6. So
2006, man. But as time goes by, people fall off. People,
yeah.
it just happens. So
Yeah.
So you mentioned Salina. So how has your hometown influenced the music?
heavy. When we first came out, a lot of our music was real gangster, man, real gangster,
Oh
gangster.
yeah.
And growing up in Salina, Kansas, man, we was out there young and running the streets, gang banging.
Oh yeah.
Um, so a lot of what we were doing, the way we were living,
Uh-huh.
we were putting it into the music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? People were out there shooting, people were out there fucking just getting down to shit and
Yeah.
doing all doing what it is that people do in the streets, and we're putting it on wax.
Yeah.
And
So was there a specific moment that made you say, "This is what I want to do"?
specific moment. What about you?
Yeah. We were P had gone back to Michigan,
Yeah.
and it was just us and the homies that he had put up on game.
Mm-hmm.
So we were sitting there and we were talking, and we came up with our name, And when we came up with our name, Sick and Twisted, uh, then everybody was like, well, we gotta organize. We gotta come up with a plan. Then we got a name, so now we gotta figure out how this business works.
Yeah.
So then I drafted up contracts for everybody, and we were all in high school. So in the contracts, I stated that everybody had to have a certain grade point average.
Oh, okay. That was
In there,
cool.
yeah, I put in there that you go to so many practices a week. Be in the studio so many times a week. That you had to put in so much money into the. We had like a soccer jar.
Uh-huh.
You had to put a little money on payday in there, so that we could continue to get new microphones and keep getting better
Right,
and better.
equipment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
better equipment and
Yep. And then we started, coming out with more music, and then people started picking it up on like MySpace and things
the
like that.
MySpace days. You
Yeah.
remember MySpace days, man?
hmm
Yeah, that shit was way before Facebook. Then a
Way
lot of people don't even know about all that shit.
Uh, that was like one of the main hubs back in the day
Yeah, the first
people
one
get
really.
music.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. It was huge back then, and the homeboy Don Dilla,
yeah,
he's
Don Dilla.
originally
Damn.
out of Chicago,
Yeah.
was operating out of Lawrence at the time, and he found us on MySpace. We
Uh-huh.
never met the man
Damn,
before.
that's where it started.
Yeah,
That's where it really kicked off. Yeah.
and P had just moved back from Michigan,
Uh-huh.
and we had come out with a couple new songs with him. So we collabed together and came together at Sick and Twisted P Productions, and we had our first show because Don Dilla asked us to open for his
Mm-hmm.
headlining show
Yeah.
at
2008.
at the Quality Inn. It had a big ballroom there, and so they did that, and we did 2 days of shows,
Oh,
uh,
yeah.
the whole weekend of
Yeah.
shows. And yeah, I sing and I rap. And so when I performed that night,
Mm-hmm.
I seen my OG have tears come down his face.
Man, you hit me with some old school shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when that happened, I knew,
Damn.
from that moment after our first show, that we were meant to do this.
Damn, touche, man. Hey, you really brought some old memories up, man. Because hey, I'm getting up there, man. Uh, I would say the same thing for me, man. I think in 2008, to go back what you said
Mm-hmm.
about, like what specific time really was like, damn, like that hit me that this is it for me, right? It was that concert. It was 2008 at the Red Coach or whatever it was called at the time.
Yeah.
That guy Don Dilla had hit us up and he's like, hey, we want to get you guys on this event. And we did it. And she's right, man. That was back in '08, and we had all the homies from the Vario, man. We had
Yeah.
our older homies, our
Yeah.
OGs, all man, the whole city came out too, man. And
hmm
I remember standing in the hallway before we went out to the stage because there was like double doors, and you had to go through the double doors, then you went out to the stage in front of everybody.
Uh-huh.
And we had intro music at the time. It was like sick and twisted, sick and
Yeah.
twisted. But it was in that deep voice,
Yeah.
And when I heard we went through the doors and I seen everybody lined up. This is our first time hitting the stage, rapping or doing anything like that. I remember getting on that stage and my verse came on. It was the same thing. I was like, damn, they're going crazy now. And she's right, man. I think that for me too was like that moment where we're gonna really go in on this.
What was you guys feeling at the moment? Like, yeah, you realized that, but what were you feeling at the moment? Like when you hit the stage and shit.
Oh man, I was nervous. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
I was nervous. I still get nervous when I get on the stage, man.
Right.
I don't think like I used to. I used
Yeah.
to put them down, man, just try to kill those nerves. But
Yeah. And
you know,
I talk to a lot of people, and they say the same thing. They still feel nervous when they hit the stage.
Yeah, those
And
butterflies.
it's like a feeling that it's just like stage, but like I guess when you're starting to go into with the flow and shit, you just forget about it, right?
yeah, you just go, man.
Uh-huh.
That's the thing too, man. It's like no matter how prepared you are, you know what I mean. No matter how many rehearsals you do, yeah, you're gonna have those butterflies. And the only way to kill them is just to kill the stage, bro.
Yeah.
It's the only way to do it. And For me, I was, I'm lucky because because of my singing voice, I've
Mm-hmm.
been performing for crowds of over 300 people for most of my life.
Yeah.
I used to do the city's children's choir that you had to try out for,
Ah, okay.
and I had to perform like a Broadway solos and stuff like that because they would pick out the best singers, and I
Mm-hmm.
would always somehow end up in that group. And people, when I went to when we got older and I went to college and I got a music scholarship,
Uh-huh.
uh, that the guy asked me, that I tried out for. He said, "Have you ever had any training? Have you ever had a vocal coach work with you?" I said, "No,
Uh-huh.
just had my years at school. That's it. And we didn't have money like that. My parents didn't have money like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, and they were always shocked. But we just have a good ear. My dad was a musician.
Mm-hmm.
My grandpa was a musician, played the guitar and everything. And
So big influence there.
yeah,
Yeah, big influence, man. Music's been a big part of our lives, man. I know when I was younger, uh, probably like one or two, man. We're listening to like Little Joey, La Familia. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
out some Vicente, or you know what I mean, all the way up to like Motown and fucking country music. I mean, it was such a broad variety of music influence on our life, man. So
yeah,
it's only right that we're out here and that we're still doing this shit.
Yeah.
It
And
really has.
I think that all that influence, all the influence is because we're in the middle of the United States. And you got
That's
a
right.
whole lot of music coming from everywhere. That's how I kind of,
Crossroads, for sure.
the real
yeah.
melting pot, the
Hmm.
real melting pot, because we're right in the middle of the map, so we get everything from everywhere.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yep.
So what you guys, what do you guys think sets you apart from other artists in the game right now?
Right. I want to say
Hmm.
originality and authenticity.
Yeah, and experience.
And
That's for
yeah,
sure.
and just experience, man. It goes a long way.
Hmm.
A lot of people get in this game and they're looking for that quick and instant come up. It don't work that way. It doesn't. You don't just know everything. When it comes to this music, you really have to get into it, dive into it,
Mm-hmm.
take your L's, learn what you need to learn, and just don't stop learning.
Oh yeah, you have to have an open mind and an open heart, and you learn a little bit from each artist that you work with.
Mm-hmm.
And you learn the tricks of the trade from different producers that you work with
Yeah.
and different studios. They all have their different style of
Right.
producing music and everything, and we learn and take the best from all of them. And I would say that we are where we are right now because of everybody that
That's
we've
right.
worked with. We consider them all family, and
Amen.
we stay in touch. Anytime they have something that fits perfect for us, they hit us up. Anytime we find something that works perfect for them, we hit them up.
Yep.
Just cross marketing
Mhm.
together. And you we also learn not to be afraid, to go and put ourselves out there and
Yeah.
shake the hands of the people that we listened to on the radio
Yep.
growing up.
Hell yeah.
Introduce ourselves and
Yep.
and be professional, even though we were screaming on the inside because we're excited and fanning out, but we wouldn't let ourselves
Yeah.
wouldn't let ourselves do that. We had to stay
Right.
professional. And
Like who about the artist that you got like that?
oh wow. I'd say
Uh-huh.
most recently that was MC Magic.
Yeah.
Mhm. Me and his manager,
Uh-huh.
Big D, we have been playing phone tag for
Shout out
years.
to Big D.
Yeah. It's just out to
Yeah,
Big
shout
D,
out to
man.
Big D, man. We've been playing phone
It
tag
was,
for
it was funny because he
years.
was like, oh shit. He's like, yeah, I remember talking to you guys. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, because we've been at it for, again, man, quite some time, bro.
Yeah.
And I would say, for me, as far as like the music and what we got going on right now, like she said, man, it is the people around us, man, that has really helped mold who we are right now. You know what I mean? Because when the bar is set, when you got the people closest to you, doing creating such beautiful content.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like you only do the same. You can only do the same, man. You know what I'm saying? Like we've lived so much through so much shit in our life and been through so much with this music. The music that we're doing now is just it's all the L's, all the life's hardships. You know what I'm saying? It's all in
Mm-hmm.
this current music, man.
Mhm.
It's and that's why the music's so good. I mean,
Yeah.
you'll hear it, like
Yeah.
we have like She Gets Around, and that's just kind of about narcissistic women or
Mm-hmm.
just in general, you know what I mean? It's a song for the homies. We got Living It Up that we did with Chucho, man. It's just about living it up, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And check out all those songs, man, all
Yeah.
those tracks. But
And like
again, it's just
and celebrating and also and we have lots of songs too, celebrating life,
Yeah.
just celebrating everyday life, the kind of life that the homies are living right now with their ladies and their
Yeah.
kids and everything, bringing in the homies from the lowrider clubs and everything from all over the state, and just really celebrating like our wins
Right.
and our losses, because we wouldn't be the strong people that we are today,
Exactly.
working with city governments and performing at
So if you had to describe your music like with 3 words, what would they be?
um, I'd say real life music.
they was a very far from mine. Heartfelt music. That's where I was headed. All right. We're on the same page, man.
I was going to ask you, what do you guys want people to feel when they listen to your music?
I want you to feel me.
Yeah.
I want you to feel every word. Especially depending on the song. You know what I mean? That's what I nowadays is how I create my music, man. Is to really leave an impression, man. Really leave you thinking, leave you in your feelers.
Yeah.
Because that's what music's all about, man. That's the
Yeah.
universal language, man. It's just the music, man. Music can be played in good times, can be played in bad times, man. So
Yeah.
we just make music to get everybody through life's
Yeah.
roller coaster, bro.
To
You know
feel
what I'm saying?
inspired,
Yeah.
to have the energy to pick themselves up when they're down, and also know that the impossible is possible,
It can be done.
because
Exactly. So check it out. If you could collaborate with any artist, dead or alive, who would it be and why?
Ooh, if I could, I would love to collab with Santana.
Santana, why? What's up?
I would love to play with Santana, man. It's just
He got some good ass songs. I tell you
again, a lot of his music's got me through some hard times, man. You know what I
Uh-huh.
mean? Just listening to it, So I would love just to get him, even if it was just to get him on a guitar and get a couple riffs and loop
Ooh.
beat, like
What's your favorite song from Santana?
Santana. Let's see here. What was that track he did with what was that the track he did with that white boy?
Rob Winkle, yeah, Rob something.
Rob
Yeah,
Thomas.
that's the one I was thinking about.
Smooth, yeah.
Yeah, that's a dope song.
Yeah. Again, I like it too because Wyclef.
It's like upbeat, like fun, kind of. It has the fun vibe, like upbeat and like positive vibe.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
that's it, man. That's
Mhm.
totally it right there. You know what I mean? What about you, Pachuca?
And I know this might sound crazy,
Hmm.
but mine would be Missy Elliott, the misdemeanor.
Nice, it ain't crazy at all. She got a flow. I mean,
Oh
She
yeah.
does
And
crazy
it's
flow.
hilarious because I'm constantly picking stuff out of her songs
she
and
got songs like all in backwards and shit, and it rhymes. The shit she's saying shit backwards and shit. She like flip
yeah,
it like she's talking normal, and then she flip it and reverse it. That she says right there.
That's
I'm
just
like, yeah.
yes, I always loved her music because she was never scared to push the envelope.
No, no.
Anything
Especially
that sounded the same.
the videos, and yeah, the themes that she has. Yep, yep.
And I love wordplay, and she
She does that shit. Yeah.
weather.
Good for that.
Keep it bouncing off the wall. Too
Yeah.
close.
So, what advice would you give like any up and coming Latino rappers trying to break into the industry?
My advice would be to stay true to yourself.
Mhm.
Always stay true to yourself. Don't compromise who you are for anybody, for any circumstance, for any amount of money.
Nope.
Stay 10 toes down. Stay focused. Stay inspired.
Mhm.
I think some of the thing is a lot of people grow up and they lose inspiration. They forget to use their imagination. Use your imagination, man. That's another thing, man. Don't It's there, man. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that's my advice,
And
man.
go
Just stay 10 toes down,
go
man.
outside the box.
Yeah.
And don't be afraid. Like, it's crazy. We performed in Wichita a
Mm,
few years back, and at this place called uh, uh I think it's called like the Premier. It's over there, a couple of blocks down from Rock Island, over there in
uh-huh,
Old Town in
Oh
Wichita.
yeah, yeah. Paramount. It's Paramount.
Paramount, yeah, Paramount Bar.
Somewhere.
and
uh-huh.
and that place was so cool because when we left, there was an entire biker group
Oh
that
shit.
hang out with us
The
afterwards.
mold. Man,
There
the
was so
mold.
many. It was such a diverse crowd. There was güeros, there was, yeah, Mexicanos, there was Boricuas, like you name
Mhm.
it, all kinds of people, like you name it. There was the Asians. I mean, this everywhere, and it was such a great, a feeling to be able to see everybody of like every single background out there vibing to Sick and Twisted sound.
Hell yeah.
Yes,
Beautiful.
yes.
It was beautiful.
Just stay original, guys.
Yeah.
Period, man. Get out there and
What is
really
the biggest moment of your career so far? Was that it, or was there any other instances
biggest
where?
moment of our career.
Shoot.
Honestly, I would say recently it would be the Bone Thugs and Harmony and
Yeah.
MC Magic and Little Rob. Those two
Yeah.
events that we did
Those
in Wichita,
at
Kansas
the
recently.
cotillion. Yeah.
Uh, those to date by far were the biggest shows that we've done. We've seen crowds, you know what I'm saying? We've
Uh-huh.
seen crowds of 600, we've seen crowds of 500, 3, 2, but the Wichita shows it was different. It was
Yeah.
different. It
That hit
was
different for us.
I mean, you could see the
Definitely.
people from the stage to just you put your hands up. I mean, you have to like put up what's up? Crowd is way back there. It's not just up here.
Yeah.
We've seen them all. But those I say for me, man,
Oh yeah.
recently those two shows because I've done back in 2012 we did a show with Ritz, Snow the Product,
Yeah.
Jaron Benton, and who else on there? I can't remember, but it was in Salina at the
In
time,
Salena. So it went back home.
way back
Yeah.
home, and that show sold out like 800 people.
Damn.
800, and I'm pretty sure, man, this MC Magic and Both Thugs show topped that.
Definitely. And that the crowd was just so live.
Man, they were
They just
they were loving us. They were
Yeah.
loving me. It was
yeah,
if you look at the footage, if you look back at those footages, I have them on my social medias.
Uh-huh.
Um,
to see people's arms moving like that, to
mhm.
see people singing your lyrics.
Knew our lyrics.
I heard people screaming,
Damn.
"I love Pachuca" out in the crowd.
Yeah.
It was insane.
Mhm.
And that definitely has been, the most rewarding moment.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So I was gonna say, like, you guys rep Chicano culture really proudly. What does being Chicano means to you in today's world?
Shoot. Um, it 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 means it means that I'm it means that I'm literally genetically strong, you know, and
Yeah.
and that no matter what is going on politically or religiously or emotionally in the world around us, our people have survived. They've survived since they're even realizing that there was life in Mexico since before they even could count, you
Yeah.
know, and they keep finding more and more buried, history of our culture because our ancestors, they wanted to preserve it so badly that they started burying it deep so the Spanish wouldn't take it from them. And
Yeah.
so, that's what that means to me, is that we have roots so deep, especially in this land that was ours,
Yeah.
that was ours, you know, that we will withstand the test of time, just like our ancestors. And that's a beautiful thing. That's what
Oh,
that means.
yeah. So, as a female rapper in a male-dominated industry, what challenges have you faced, if any, and how do you overcome them?
Well, you know, the make believe it or not, like the main challenge that I've ever really ran into
Mhm.
are significant others.
Yeah.
you know, um, I I had to I've had to make some really tough choices and break my own heart and things like that to keep and stay online. But that's because I know that God called me to do this. That's why. And if it wasn't for God putting me on this path, I wouldn't make those choices like that. But I do because it's what's best for the culture. I do this not just for me.
That's what I'm
This is
saying.
for my legacy. This is for my kids. This
Yes.
is for my children's children, and this is for the homegirls out there that that need a voice, because there's somebody over there beating them down, literally, physically, shutting them up, and won't let them speak. That, and it's for the hardworking homeboys that are out there, on the roof and in the construction. And I've worked in the metal shops next to the homies and everything. I mean, I've done it all. We grew up on the rancho making fences with our grandpa, and helping out on the roof and everything. This this is that's why we do it. That's why I do it. And it's tough because there's like you said, there's a lot of men out there. And I haven't really dealt with too much disrespect, but there has been a few times. And I
Yeah.
tell you what, because of the way that I carry myself, and I carry myself, I don't let myself go down to their level. If they
Right.
start cussing at me or they start getting disrespectful, then I'm like, okay, I understand that. But legally, this is where I'm coming from, because
Right.
I study my laws, and I've gone to school, I've gone to college, and I know what I'm talking about, and I have experience, legal experience. And, you know, so when they start getting out of line with me, then I use my education, I use my knowledge to put them in their place.
There you
You
go.
know,
There you
and I
go.
don't have to, I don't have to get violent or anything like that. That's why in one of my songs, I say, I can get you from behind a desk. Yeah, because I will. And you know, also, there's when people, artists, start hitting you up or whatever, hey, I want to work with you on a song or whatever. If
Uh-huh.
somebody starts hitting on me or whatever, I already know that they don't respect me.
Yeah.
If they start trying to, spit game at me while we're trying to work on a song, then there goes that song.
Well, because the majority of the majority of people know, man, that Pachuca, she does a lot of our business, anyways, man. I'm doing my own thing, but she handles the phone calls. Really, she handles a lot of the emails. So when people are calling or hitting us up about a feature or an event or something like that, that's really who
Yeah.
you're talking to. And so they know, a lot of people know, not to, they don't go that route, because a lot of people we talk to now, they're not on the bottom of the totem pole anymore. You know
Nope.
what I mean? And that's not being cocky or arrogant or egotistical.
No,
We
no.
climb the ladder, so
Mhm.
a lot of people that we talk to, they're with the business too now,
Yeah.
so
Most of them are on
a
a
lot of
very
them come correct
professional level.
anyways. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
Yeah.
these days we don't have to worry about that so much, but like in the early
Oh
days,
yeah.
for sure, we definitely had to deal
Definitely.
with that shit. People trying to hit on her.
Oh
Or,
yeah. And
Yeah.
and the crazy part is, is my big brother over here.
Mm.
He was like, okay, since we're gonna go into this music, you're gonna have to always carry yourself in a professional way.
Yeah.
I don't want to ever hear that my little sister has slept her way to the top. I don't want to hear that.
Yeah.
And so and because of that pact that we made since I was 15 years old, I've kept that to
Yeah.
this day, because
I feel so bad about you.
no, and nobody, and it's true, nobody can ever say that, and where we've gotten is truly because of our talent, and that's a
Right.
beautiful thing.
Yeah, no, honestly, it's a trip, man, that truthfully, man, we've done any things that we've done. If you look in the background, those are just small show flyers, one back
Right.
here. There's so many, man. They're in boxes and stuff, man. But yeah, it's a
Yeah,
trip that we're even A, still doing this, but two, it's only gotten better. With
yeah,
time, we've like fine wine, you know what I
yeah,
mean?
Right.
And it's trippy, man, because honestly, for quite some time, man, for real, man, and a lot of people are. It happens to them too. You live in arrogance. A little arrogant when it comes to, like, in the early days, man. We were doing the YouTube because, again, like I said, SoundClick was out, but we didn't understand what it was like to outright buy beats outright,
Uh-huh.
and to doing it the proper way. We didn't. Man, we was thugging it. You know what I mean? We was taking the beats and we was dropping sick ass verses to them, and we were ballsy enough to just go out and do shows. And we were doing some things ass backwards, honestly. But sticking the course is what I tell everybody out here. If you're trying to be come up and rap and do the shit, man, you're
Right.
gonna hit walls. You know what I mean? You're gonna want to give up. You're gonna want to quit. But you can't, because when you go through it, you
mhm,
learn. You know what I mean? So throughout these years, man, because we have stayed 10 toes down for 18, 19 years almost,
Yeah.
it's unfortunately it's taken us a long time.
yeah,
Other people it isn't. You know what I mean? They get it now, and but us being a little older now, we've had to really had to step it up, man. And
yeah,
thank God we have. And again, we have the right people. Chucho, who JL,
yeah,
um, the homeboy who makes the masters for us out of Topeka
Uh,
too.
yeah.
Ted with No Face Studios,
Locorado Entertainment out of
Locorado
Greeley,
Entertainment out of
Colorado.
Greeley, Loveland. We got the homeboy Jason Cave. He mixed and masters for us too with Beat Hogs.
Shout
We
out
have
to them.
great shouts out to them, man. We have great people around us, that is attributing to Sick and Twisted's push here,
Oh yeah,
in 2025. Man. Finally, because for years, like I said, we didn't have the producers, we didn't have the beats, we didn't understand the business of music.
Mm-hmm.
No, we didn't.
That's
We
a
were
whole side to it too. Like,
on the side to it, bro. And
yeah,
too. I know you've had to adjust and figure things out on your end too, man. So you
yeah,
definitely, I know you get it.
oh yeah. And we definitely had to. It came to a crossroads. It was like, are we going to make this an expensive hobby, or are we going to make this a career?
Well said. Yep.
And we were like, no, we're going to make this a career. Dang it, you know what I mean?
yeah,
We haven't spent all this time, going on the road and
exactly.
and doing all these shows for nothing.
Whew.
And so we, like 10 years ago, we were like, this is our leg. This is our last leg. This is going to be it for us. We are going to literally make it work. It's going to happen.
It's gonna
And
happen.
we're going to make it happen. And we're going to keep building every single day, and somehow some way we're going to get to the finish line. We will.
Yep.
And so and now it's to the point, yeah, we don't have to look for the shows anymore.
Mm-mm.
The
Right.
shows come to us.
They're starting to come now.
Hmm.
Paid gigs too. You know what I mean? Like, it's beautiful, man. We see the horizon, man, and we see what's what. You know what I mean? And we won't quit.
What's the wildest thing that happened to you at a show, or even in the studio?
Wildest thing that happened at the show.
Wow.
Man, we got
Whoo!
a lot of gangster stories. I'll tell you that, man. I'll tell you one. I'll tell you one, right? All right. So we had a show in Kansas City. I think we had Mr. Criminal,
Yeah.
Mm,
And Shadow.
and Mr. Shadow out there. I think we were at Club Aftershock.
Yeah.
Up in Miriam,
Yeah, and Miriam.
Kansas. And you know how it is, man. We throw a show, man. A lot of the homies come out. A lot of the cholos
yeah,
come
Oh,
out.
yeah.
A lot of the homegirls, shit like that. But anyways, show went great. Show went good.
Peaceful
Well,
night.
there was word got around that there was an after party, right?
yeah.
After party. Well, I started to have vatos come up and really try to press me on it. Like when the show was over, we had the VIP section all set up, and people were going through getting the VIPs and all that stuff, right? But for some people, it just wasn't enough. You know what I mean? It just wasn't enough. They kept saying, "Where's the after party? Where's the after party?" I'm like, "Hey, man, like, I don't know what you're talking about, bro." You know what I'm saying?
No idea.
I was like, if there is one, I'll let you know, right? They were just hung up on that, and they came into fools were coming into the green room, and I'm like, "Hey, man, you can't be in here. They didn't give a fuck, bro." You know what I'm saying? Homeboys are pressing, man. I'm only one guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I ain't trying. It is what it is. Shit goes down, shit goes down. But I mean, we're here running a business and a show, and we're trying to get paid and get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
But these fools are pressing us, right? So we ended up shows. Everyone's getting kicked out of the venue. We're all last ones out, right? Well, homies are still posted up in the parking lot.
Mm.
Like we get out, criminals walking with us. We're getting ready to leave, and the homies were like, "Hey, homies, blah blah blah, woo woo woo." Criminal's like shit. So criminal goes up there and he starts taking like flicas with him and shit. You know what I mean? He's over here like posted up, taking pictures, and he's holding up some big ass like fucking, some pieces and shit just for the
that's
pictures.
bigger than me.
Boys were pop the trunks. They wanted to take gangster pics, right? So he was doing his thing. We get in the car and we're leaving that parking lot. Well, these fools are all in their cars.
Ah, shit.
So we're leaving, and I look in the rearview mirror of the car, and I'm looking, and you see 1 car, 2 car, 3 car, 4 car, 5 car, 6 car, 7 car, following us. Just
every turn.
We're sitting in the car. I'm like, dog, I was telling criminals, I don't think they got it, bro. I don't think they got it, homie. I was like, they're following us up, man. We were literally honestly trying to lose them.
Yeah.
We lost a couple of them, but a couple people, they were really hitting every corner and speeding up and all that shit with us, right? So we ended up having to pull over, and one of our homeboys, I think was actually in the caravan. He got out. I was like, "Hey, man, what y'all doing?" And we're like, "Man, like, yo, that's too many people for one, and two, there's not a lot of highness with them. You know what I mean? That's criminals. Like, what are we gonna do? Sit here and talk gangster stories all night? That's not an after party.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, needless to say, the homeboy ended up like telling the rest of the homies, like, "Hey, man, like, they ain't doing nothing, man." So we ended up skirting off and getting back to the telly. But that was an interesting story right there. Because I mean, in real time, that was some serious shit going down. Like, it's kind of like fun to kind of talk about now, but in the moment, it was on some gangster shit. Like,
oh, for real,
it was definitely on some gangster shit.
I would say for me, the craziest story for me, it doesn't even really have to do with a show. It was mainly like we were going to shoot a music video, a couple music videos actually, in California, and we were shooting a music video with Hypnotic.
Shouts out to Hypnotic,
man. Which is out on YouTube, which is So Gangsta.
Yeah,
that's a good ass music video. Featuring the homies from here, right in the HK from Hutchinson, Kansas, ITM Dope Star, the homie Chingon.
Shouts out to Chingon.
And he also shot the music video the next day that we shot with the homie Oscar Opina.
Shouts out to Opina.
What's up, Opina?
Haters World right there.
Haters World podcast nowadays. And so when we were on our way up there, they had us in a long ass TSA line. And I don't know how come I'm always the one.
Shit. This is a good one.
I don't know how come I'm always the one who gets carded or patted down and everything.
Because you look young and they don't believe your age.
Yeah, I guess so. Every time we go to a casino, same thing. Every time. So I go through the line and they're like, "Oh, we need you to go through the extra one, where they pat you down and they make you into like." I'm like, okay. So I go through there, and then I'm like, they put my bags and everything through the X-ray. I'm like, why are they going through my purse extra hard? So these are pulling things out of my purse extra hard. Now, mind you, I had my cuetes in the car, locked up in the car, and I could have swore I took all of the bullets out of my purse. but I forgot about the ones that I kept inside my wallet.
Ah, shit.
Because, yeah, I don't always like to carry my heavy purse with me. So if I'm going
Right.
into a grocery store, I'm gonna have my wallet on me, and my piece is gonna be on my hip.
Yeah.
So, but I'm like forgot about it. So
In the airport. I was in
yeah,
the airport.
and I'm like, what's taking these people so long? And then all of a sudden they call over. They're calling managers and shit like that. I'm like, what are you guys doing?
Damn.
And the homies are waiting. My brother and the homeboys, they're all waiting over there, trying to hold up
They're
them
trying
from
to hold up the terminal.
shutting the gate,
Yeah,
shutting
we're trying to
the
shut the
terminal
terminal.
down, and they're trying to hold them off as long as possible from taking off without me. And the manager decided to go on a smoke break, and then
What the hell?
back and they tell me, okay, well, here's what happened. Yeah, you had some bullets in your wallet, but we ran a background check on you and everything, and we know that everything's registered that you own
Right.
and everything. So, and you're obviously not, on the terrorist list or anything like that. So we're gonna confiscate these. So then they have to wait for the security, for the police to come and confiscate my bullets, and then they let me go.
That was
And
that was
then
on the
they
way to Cali, huh?
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
we get I get to the terminal, and then all the homies get in, and this asshole shut the door right in my face.
Damn.
Yeah.
Right in my face. And then the homies turn around. I'm banging on the door. And then my brother and the homies turn around. They're like, what the fuck? And they get all pissed off and they start raising hell. And they get off and they made us get the last flight to Vegas
Mm.
and
Damn.
then get to Cali. So we got there hella late that night when Opina was like, what the hell's going on with you guys? It was hilarious. And that's funny because Opina loves to tell that story because he's like, man, Pachuca's so goddamn gay. See, this motherfucker here, man, she freaking being by
Yeah, man.
TSH.
See, again, man, we just been really blessed, bro. Like again, music took us to California a couple times.
Uh-huh.
We've shot some video. There's proof. It's out there.
Oh
It's for
yeah.
people to look up and see.
So, like, when it comes to music videos, how involved are you in the creative process, and like, how do you come up with the concepts?
Oh man, the beautiful thing is, man, is like the directors who we work with now,
Uh-huh.
man, like they're so professional. They're so
Oh
on it,
yeah.
man. Like I just tell them my ideas,
Mm-hmm.
kind of like a basic idea, right? Tell them, and for example, the homeboy diverse originative frame. Um, I told him just my basic idea for living it up video with Chucho too. We were shooting ideas. He told the homie, and he had sent. I think he had sent me like his layout of what he is gonna do based off my ideas and Chucho's ideas.
Uh-huh.
They were insane, bro. Like it's easy when you have videographers who are directors, man. Like you get there on set,
Yeah.
you guys kind of have your outline of what storyboard of how you're gonna do it, and then yeah, they just make it so easy, man. It ain't like we have to do as much as we used to, man.
Oh yeah.
Honestly, these guys now are just like they're excited for us for one to be part of our project, and they're just like, look, man, with your stilo, like how y'all look and just your sound, I know what to do with you guys, and we just put all faith and trust in them, bro, and they nail it every
Oh
time,
yeah.
man. Manny De Los Santos too.
Oh
He
yeah.
did our
Oh,
Into the
I heard
Stars
about
with
him.
video.
I heard about him. I think he's from out of Wichita, no?
Oh yeah.
See,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're about to check Living It Up, one of your music videos. What should the audience know before watching? What inspired the visuals specifically on this track, and what's the vibe of the track?
the vibe of the track, man. Okay, the track's called "Living It Up," man, but the
Yeah.
vibe of the track is just a good vibe, man.
Oh yeah.
Just a good vibe. It's featuring me. It's Chucho's track right there. We came together and collaborated on it, and people love it, man.
Yeah. And
They love it.
it's a really a good perseverance track, thing.
Shit, and I'm ready to go. And there ain't nothing that'll make me fold. Coming from the top, yeah, Chucho code. See, they don't know, but they gon' know. I'm on my shit and I'm ready to go. And there ain't nothing that'll make me fold. Coming from the top, money down so cold. See, they don't know, but they.
Hey, what's good, homie? Hey, bro, we on the fucking radio right now, dog. Hey, I'm about to link up with the homies, here in a little bit, bro. I'm gonna send you the location. Let's tap in. Let's celebrate, dog.
That shade. It's all love and I ain't tripping for real. Them real ones rocking with me so they know what's the deal. When I ain't worried about nobody trying to chase me them bills. We stay pushing.
Been getting to it lately, yeah, it's only a matter of time. I've been through all the hating, but it won't ever stop my shine. I'll be getting crazy love, and know that I'm living up, living up.
You can find me still posted up in the cutlass, bumping slow pain, over banging out the bucket. I keep it simple and plain, baby, embracing my pain lately. No need for me a coke daily. I see the world from a God's eye view, finding inner peace daily, watering my roots, evolving with time, keeping an OG on mine, 34 and on the climb. I've been at it since before 09. The hustle's heavy on the side, my boy. Getting busy with them shows, my boy. Making profits under table, still self-employed. I'm on a meal ticket mission, want a brighter future, so I'm wishing. I want it all, peace, love, and positivity. I want it all, respect and honor for my family. I want it all in hopes when I'm dead and gone, my music lives on, S&T's legacy lives on.
Been getting to it lately, yeah, it's only a matter of time. I've been through all the hating.
Okay, you guys tell us a little bit more about this video.
Well, we were really blessed because the homies from the Juarez Car Club, shout outs to Aaron and Fernando, the president and vice president of the Juarez Car Club, man. They really, brought out all the homies, brought out all the lowriders, brought out a taco truck with, all you can eat tacos and burritos all day.
They definitely shouts out the Juarez Car Club, all the car clubs out that way, man.
Oh yeah.
Where was this shot at?
This was actually like in the heart of the city of Kansas City.
Yeah.
I can't.
Downtown.
Do you remember the name of like? There's a name for that specific area, man. I can't remember the name of it.
The Bottoms or something like that.
Yeah. That's what it was. Like the Bottoms or
West Bottoms.
That's it, homie. That's it. See, yeah. We shot that there, man, and like she said, they had a whole ass taco truck and had a couple rides out there. Just a couple members from the club, man, that just showed nothing but love, and they love the music, man. Like when we kick it with them, man, it's like kicking with family.
Mm-hmm.
It really is, man. Like since day one, man, we felt accepted. We felt that they hold our music to a high standard too.
Yeah. And they were actually, historical tip, the Juarez Car Club was one of the very first sponsors that have ever sponsored Sick and Twisted events. Other than stuff coming out of our own pocket, they've definitely loved us and everything. Yes. So, it's always a family reunion every time we get back together, man.
Most certainly, man. And shouts out to Chucho too, man, for letting me be a part of this track, living it up, man.
Oh yeah.
Chucho again has, I'm gonna give him his flowers all the time, man. He really, we've been working really hard over the last, I want to say 2 years together, man. But he really has helped, like rekindle, re-inspired me 2 years ago, man, really, when we really started to work together musically. And you see it, the music videos that we did and have done, man, like when we work together, we work so well together, man, so shouts out to Chucho, dog. Shouts out to my homie, man. Shouts out to
family from Top City.
It's my fama.
Well, take us through this video. Let's go the real ones roll call.
Yeah.
Take us through this one.
Yeah, the real ones roll call is actually about us taking action, us as a people, banding together with other, cultures to stand up for our rights.
So where was this shot at?
Oh gosh, it was shot in Salina, Kansas, and in Hutchinson, Kansas.
Yeah, that's Dean Evans right there. That's the Reno County courthouse here in Hutch. Yeah, we shot that in two different cities, man.
Let's tune it up a little bit.
That's it, we taking off the gloves. This the real ones roll call. This the real ones roll call. Get money boys, and sick and twisted united. Rising up the hood, steady providing. Where the real ones at? Where the real ones at? You better get your head out the trap. I ain't just facts. What you know about that?
Sick and twisted G&B, the ones who can't be stopped. Better ask all I did, now I'm sitting there on top. From SK to Hutchins, all gas, won't slow down. They talking about epidemic shit, I just went got some more pounds. So Pachuca, it's our time, they can't never stop the grind. We standing as a team, now we all gon' shine. So much going in the real, black and brown gotta unite. See my amigo, that's my brother, he be up keeping me right. Really from the state pit, know so many that's hating. Arguing with a bomb type of shit, you know debate.
The legendary
Really from the
people
state
here in
pit,
the
know so many
background
that's
back there.
hating. Arguing with a bomb
Watch
type
Brown
of shit,
Unity
you know
right there, too,
debating.
man.
You hear me? It's the real ones roll call. This the real ones roll call. Get money boys, and sick and twisted united. Rising up the hood, steady providing. Where the real ones at? Where the real ones at? You better get your head out the trap. I ain't just facts. What you know about that? Brown and Pound, never scared to say it out loud. Brown and Black mixed in.
This was
I always put my fists up and everything during this song and all that, and get the raza real, really inspired off of this song. Every single time I perform it live.
I love that shit.
Oh yeah, because when I came out with this song, it was during the Black Lives Matters protest,
okay.
and also the children in the cages protests. You know what I mean? And Hypnotic was also coming out with some stuff out in Cali at the same time, and me and him were talking on the phone about the different protests that we were speaking at and everything. And I actually spoke on those steps that I was shooting that music video on, actually here in Hutchinson, supporting the Black Lives Matters organizers here. And then after that is when we partnered with the Human Relations Commission here in Hutchinson, and that is when we became with the first Hispanic Heritage celebration here. And now it's big. Every year the whole city comes out. 300-400 people. That I actually dropped that music video, that single, at the first Hispanic Heritage Month celebration, and me and King Maine performed that live together on the release date. And so that's for me and King Maine. King Maine still works with us on the daily. I've helped him, behind the scenes with stuff that he's doing with his businesses, and he's helped, cross market and business ideas and everything.
That's what it's all about right there.
Hell yeah. Big ups to him.
Yeah.
So take us to this one, the new one. This one.
Yeah, she gets around, man. That's one of my newest releases. Man, the inspiration of that track, man, again, is just, man, I know a lot of homies, man, who have a female, whether they've been down with them for a long time or not, that has some narcissistic tendencies. You know what I mean? Whether it's survival purposes or, you know what I mean, like they get their way. You know what I mean? If you listen to the song, it's self-explanatory. But this song right here is for the homies, man. It's a track for
good.
By any means, just know we see y'all.
I love the playfulness about this track.
She gets around, that's all I hear in the streets though. Manipulative hyena with the world-sized ego. It's been said, you was easy. Flash a little bit of fatty on mommy gets busy. I'm not saying this to hurt your feelings, but quit making men out to beat the villains. We get it shaped, but you gotta shake to make ends meet. We understand the kids got to eat, and that mom also has a fucking selfish needs. Making badass decisions based on lies she's living. Always on the move, late nights with your crew. Looking for a quick way to get loose. Popping great news, getting tossed in the
All right, so what was the what was the concept of the cover right there?
It's just the concept really, man, is just about a woman being incognito, thinking she's slick. You know what I mean? That she knows what she's doing, that no one sees the actions and the
Mhm.
the trail that she's leaving behind. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I mean, you know what's up with
Oh
that,
yeah,
man. You know, narcissistic
like
women.
her babies are never gonna find out.
Yeah,
Like her hardworking man that's working until 12, 1 o'clock in the morning ain't gonna find out. You know that she went to the bar for till midnight or whatever, and
Yeah.
was getting free drinks all
yeah,
night, and
that's what I'm talking about. Stuff,
you
shit
know
like that.
getting
Free
cash
drinks
apped money for citizenship or
Yeah.
whatever.
and
It's
having a man help and support you. You know what I'm saying
yeah.
it's for this, but you really doing that. You
Yeah,
know, like
it was a playful way to look at a serious issue, really, at
yeah,
the end of the
Yeah.
day, because there's both men and women have just like terrible morals anymore nowadays.
Yeah.
They're shoot, even guys have those OnlyFans pages too, and there's so much immorality that we had to point some fun at it at the same, like we
Yeah.
had to point some fun at it, bring up a serious issue, but also make it kind of easier to talk about by you know uh, some of the funny lines in there.
exactly, man. I mean, a lot of not so funny times like I've had to deal with that type of shit. So it was just a track to just poke a little fun, a little something different, because again, a lot of my music is just like real life shit. You know what I mean? But like this is real life too, but it was more fun, man, because a lot of
Yeah.
this stuff we do was like on some serious tip.
Wanna get back?
Yeah, like trying to send a serious message, positive shit like that. But this was just a fun track. From just
Where can people check out this track? And is this out yet or
she gets around is out, but whatever
Yes.
what you're about to play, I think what you're about to play isn't out yet.
actually we're gonna have that for the radio station because
Cool.
I didn't get it to download it, but they can check it out at the in the page, and it's gonna be streaming at the radio station. What's the name of that song?
I believe it's my lowrider.
All right. So yeah, we're gonna have that in exclusive on the radio station program. So be sure to check out Fuego Urbano Radio. We're always leaving links over here. And what's your guys' link? Where can people find you?
Exclusively.
Exclusively. Where can people find you on social media? Pachuca, what's your socials?
You can find me on like Alicia Garcia on Facebook,
Uh-huh.
and my Instagram is Pachuca785, and then Pachuca S&T on Snapchat.
Yeah, mine's Big C620. That's my Snapchat.
Hmm.
My Instagram is Alejandro underscore Big C620785. And my Facebook is Alejandro Garcia. It is my government name. We also have
Yes.
our group page on there as well. It's Sick and Twisted. You can also find us on Spotify. You could
Uh,
find me under Big Conejo. That's my artist name.
Hmm.
Um,
You can find me under Pachuca as well, and then of course you can find Sick and Twisted Music Group on YouTube
yep.
to
and
watch.
also I want to point out that you can also find them on Facebook on the stories. Just
Yep.
search on the bar,
Yep.
uh, and then you can find their music there. So what's next for you guys? Any upcoming projects, tours, or collaborations we should be looking out for?
Oh yeah. So we have so here coming up really soon, actually in a couple weeks. I'm gonna have my first performance since having my baby boy, little Angelito. I just gave birth to him last month.
Congratulations.
And so we'll be up in Lawrence, Kansas at Elmo's
Yeah.
Tavern.
Elmo's Tavern.
We'll be opening up for the homeboy Sleepy.
Shouts out to the homeboy. It's a Sleepy out of Garden City, I
Órale,
believe.
órale, big shout out.
Yes, and we haven't done like smaller venues in a while, but we had to do this one for the homeboy
Mhm.
because we've been there since the beginning of his career. So
Yeah, we actually met him at Capone was down in Wichita.
Okay.
and we had got hit up to do that. That was last February. So we met Sleepy then, and homie he's hungry, man. So we don't do it all the time, but man, we really helping this guy come up and really help push him as well.
Oh
So
yes.
shouts out to Sleepy. We got that show. Was that the 28th?
Yeah, the 28th of
Lawrence,
March
Kansas.
in Lawrence, Kansas. So if you're in the Lawrence, KC, Topeka area and you want to see Sick and Twisted
Come on
for
out.
a really affordable price, get yourself an autographed poster and everything. We
got
got our
merch.
We got all of our merch coming up that day. So we do have some new merch that you haven't seen yet that'll be there that day. So we're pretty excited about that. And
got
then
the Twister show.
we do have the Twister
week
show
after that.
Yep, the week after. Opening for Twista, and also going to be sharing stage the home like Twansack and Ballistic
and Hippie K
and
Hippie K and Ballistic from Wichita, Kansas,
and Humble Greatness will be in the building. He'll be
shout out to them. Any other things that you want to say to the audience?
I want to say just off the rip, man, thanks for all the support. You know what I mean? Those who are tapping in are our supporters.
Yes.
And we want to thank you guys so much from the bottom of our hearts for a very long time, man. We're bringing quality music your way. You know, I know for a lot of people that have been waiting, who've been like our true supporters, been waiting for quality. And we've been kicking that for over a year and a half, and we have great content coming your way.
Yes.
So again, I want to just say thank you guys and thank God too, man. Thank the Lord above.
Yes.
If it was for Him, none of this would be possible. You know
yes.
what I'm
Thank you all so much.
Love and support, man. The shares.
Thank you to all of our business partners, all of the the government officials that we work with on a regular basis, out there truly believing in what we do for the community, and also just believing in each other. They wouldn't be here without us, and we wouldn't be here without them. So thank them all. I thank them all so much.
All right, big shout out to all of them.
Thank you, my boy. Thank you. Keep doing what you're doing. You know, we need people like you, who aren't afraid to put themselves out there to help us get out there, man. You know what I mean? So thank you, bro.
Exactly.
Thank you. Anytime that you guys want to come on the show, let me know. Also, please share with us the links to your upcoming shows so we can post them on the page. And like I already said, you can find shoot me all your other music so we can put it on the programming on the radio. And we're always leaving links for the radio station Fuego Urbano Radio, and we got the website coming soon. So please share those links with us so we can post them on the page. Thank you for taking time out of your day. We really appreciate it.
Gracias for having us, man. Thank you.
Yes.
All right, so it goes Big and Twisted, Big Conejo and Pachuca. Thank you guys for being on the show, and we'll see you later.
Keep it up.
Puede.
Sí se puede.
Sí se puede, claro que sí.
Igual.
Órale, pues, mi gente, este ha sido Quemándola. Que aquí estuvimos con Big Conejo y Pachuca. Vamos a presentarles los patrocinadores de este show, que fueron Taquería Los Tres Hermanos. Ahí les va el comercial.
Ofrecerle una gran variedad de platillos 100% mexicanos. Si quieres disfrutar de una torta, una quesadilla, las super hamburguesas mexicanas, una rica carne asada o unos ricos tacos, visítanos ya en la 5224 East Truman Road, Kansas City, Missouri, 64127. Amigos, no se les olvide que los fines de semana también tenemos barbacoa de borrego, rico consomé y también menudo. Si quieres traer a la familia o pedir para llevar, recuerde que con Taquería Los Tres Hermanos usted puede contar. Para más información llame al 816-616-5621 o al 816-682-7823.
Qué bonita es mi tierra, qué bonita.
Bienvenidos a Tapatío Mexican Grill, ubicado en el corazón de Kansas City, Kansas. Somos tu destino número 1 para disfrutar de la mejor carne a Rachera, marinada con especias tradicionales y asada a la perfección. Nuestra Rachera es una experiencia culinaria que no te puedes perder. Disfruta de nuestras ofertas diarias. Lunes, fajitas, $9.99. Dinner, $17.99. Martes, lunch número 4, $8.99. Lunch número 6, $8.99. Miércoles, burrito vaquero, $8.99. Speedy González, $7.99. Jueves, huevos en cualquier estilo, $8.99. Quesadilla fajita, $9.99. Viernes, chimichanga, $8.99. Queso, $9.99. Cena especial, lunes, fajitas, $17.99. Martes, burrito Chicago, $13.99. Miércoles, pescado al horno, $16.99. Jueves, burrito tapatío, $12.99. Viernes, María especial, $15.99. Happy hour de lunes a viernes con mojitos, palomas y más. Cubeta de cerveza por solo $9. Y disfruta de nuestros street tacos por solo $2.99. Con opciones como pastor, chorizo, lengua, pollo, asada, carnitas y mucho más. Visítanos en el 151 South 18th Street, Suite A, Kansas City, Kansas, 66102. O llámanos al 1913-621-5555. Tapatío Mexican Grill, donde la auténtica carne rachera es nuestra pasión.
Pues ahí quedó, mi gente, el Tapatío Mexican Grill. Y aquí quedó otra vez otro episodio más de Quemándola, el podcast. Recuerdan que estos episodios siempre los subimos a YouTube. Estamos como Fuego Urbano Radio 1 ahí en YouTube. Así es que chécalo en nuestra página de Facebook, Fuego Urbano Radio, ahí en Facebook, y también en YouTube, Fuego Urbano Radio 1. Este es tu servidor, DJ Monstruo. Ahí nos vemos en Quemándola, el podcast, el otro jueves a las 8 p.m. hora centro. ¡Ay, los vidrios!